So first I want to thank you all for coming. What a great event. Not a great reason we're here, but a great event that the community comes together. And it really goes back to what the police department believes in, and it's the community policing philosophy. So in these events, the way that we can prevent events from happening such as this is that we have people talk to us. We were lucky that we had a gentleman, an officer in Texas, talk to us. He sent us the information, otherwise we might not have known. There's a lot of things going on in the World Wide Web that we may not have any information on. But because people, such as yourselves, community members, are calling us saying, you know, this didn't sound right, this didn't look right, this didn't seem right, and we get to move into action and start figuring out what we can do to prevent. The night that the threat came in, it came in about 3:30 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Our officer took that, started doing some background investigation. By the time our detectives came in that morning, we had the information. We believed we knew who the individual was, and they went out immediately to make contact. Now, I know there was a lot of frustration. I want everybody to know our number one priority is to protect everyone in our community. Our children are obviously at the top level of that as well. But, so when they went out, they made contact and they cited, I know that caused a lot of people grief. But let me explain to you, 6 days prior to that, we would have done nothing as far as the charge goes. That law got signed into effect 6 days before this incident. So whether you like Governor Otter or not, he signed in a law that actually gave us at least a little bit of teeth to go out. So the way that misdemeanor works in the state of Idaho is if it happens, it has to happen in the presence of an officer for us to arrest. That did not happen in our presence. So we issued the citation. We're very aware of who the subject is, and we're working the case. The only time that that can move into a felony realm is if there would have been a furtherance. So if we could have proven that the individual had weapons ready to go, some form of a plan or something, then we could have maybe taken it to the felony level. And we're talking with prosecutors through all this, you know, as we're moving along. So we did issue a citation. You will see us out and about. I want to give you a little bit. I think there was a little stir this morning because a lot of our officers were out and about. That was planned by us. We want you to know we are around. Every morning we do what we call school patrols. Officers are somewhere within the vicinity of our schools, looking for traffic violations, looking for people wandering around suspicious. We also do that as well at the break of school. But what we have to realize too is sometimes we have 3 officers on. That's how many officers we have working the street. They're taking calls. So we're trying to augment officers in and out. And that's why we come back that we say it's so important that our community continues to work with us and talk with us. Because you are our eyes and ears when we're not around. And we take those things that you tell us very seriously. We follow up on those things. And sometimes we're not very good at letting you know we followed up on them, but every time a call comes into the dispatch, an officer is dispatched to that call. So they're following up, seeing what's going on. You know, and it ranges from somebody calling in that a rabbit got hit in the middle of D Street, all the way to somebody running through a backyard, to all kinds of stuff. So we're taking all kinds of different calls. But the biggest thing is I know this is an emotional time. I know that. I know that as a police chief, I know that as a dad. I have 4 kids. I still have kids in school. I have kids in college. I feel your anxiety. I understand what you are all going through. But I have refused to allow my anxiety to stop myself from doing what I do and from sending my kids out into the world. We as communities can step up and prevent things. We as communities can continue to work with the school district, with our university, with everything. We're in a very unique community here, and I've been here for 23 years now. Chief for the last 2, and I couldn't be prouder. Now, we're human. We do things, but we learn from everything we do. We learned some things from this last incident that we could do better. We always try to critique ourselves to get better, just like everybody should in every aspect of their lives and their job. So we are getting better. We're putting different things into place to make our notifications a little bit better. We understand you want to know. We understand you want to know immediately. But what we ask you, and I'm going to piggyback on what Greg or Charlie said, our number one priority when something big like this happens is to go into action and take care of the problem. And I know that sounds kind of cold, but that comes all the way from me all the way down. Because we're very busy trying to figure things out. And not that we don't want to talk to you, because we do. But we have to, we got to control the situation first. So heaven forbid we ever have an incident, we won't be talking to you immediately because we're going to be trying to take care of the issue as quickly as we can. And I will tell you, to relieve some fears, I know that we've had, Florida officers not respond in. We've had other officers and SROs immediately respond in. And I'll tell you what our protocol is, just so you're aware. Change with Columbine. Columbine used to be the typically set up a SWAT team, wait, surround, contain, go in. Not anymore. Okay, then it went to 2 officers. We'll wait for a second, then we go. Not anymore. Today, lone officers will go in. And that doesn't matter how big the threat is. That doesn't matter how many there are. One officer, as soon as he or she arrives, will go. That's our protocol. So what I tell you that is to assure you is we're going. And I think we've proven that over the last 10 years with just different horrible events we've had in our community. We've been there and we went. And that's not going to change. So I want to assure you of that. We are there to try to stop it as fast as we can and bring calm back to the community. So